Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. And today Samsung announced a group of new phones and I got some early hands-on with them. The Galaxy S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra as well. Now in this video, I want to talk about the S20, S20 Plus, a full hands-on with the S20 Ultra is coming very soon. Also, the flip phone that Samsung has come out with, that video is coming soon as well. So be sure you click that subscribe button. I noticed we are getting close to 600,000 subscribers, so I'm super excited. Thank you guys for all the support you've given recently. Now I want to take a look at the S20 and the S20 Plus, compare the minimal differences, and then go ahead and dive into the new features, including the new camera with a bunch of new modes. You have a new display technology with a higher refresh rate, which does make the phone look extremely smooth. So we'll talk about that, and also even taking a crack at AirDrop with some file transferring capabilities. We'll take a full look at that. So let's go ahead and get started. Take a look at the S20 and S20 Plus. These phones will be available on March 6th, starting at $1,000 for the Galaxy S20. The S20 Plus will be $1,200. Pre-orders start on February 21st, and depending on what model you pre-order, Samsung's offering between $100 and $200 to their Samsung store. Here is a side-by-side look at the S20 and S20 Plus. They do have the curved displays, so a little bit thin to hold on the sides. Flipping it over on the back, very similar look. A different camera system, more on that in just a second. And then of course, size-wise, the S20 Plus is slightly larger. And these displays are probably the best on any phone out right now. The S20 has a 6.2-inch 1440p AMOLED display, whereas the S20 Plus has a 6.7-inch 1440p AMOLED display. So size difference, just about the only thing. And they also can go up to 120 hertz. So if I go into display settings, you will see there is a light and a dark mode, of course, but moving down, there's motion smoothness, where you can choose if you want 60 hertz or 120 hertz. You can also change the resolution of the display, but if you use 1440p, you have to use 60 hertz. You have to actually bump down to 1080p if you would like to use that 120 hertz, which is fine for me. Of course, a higher refresh rate will drain the battery more, higher resolution will drain the battery more, and it is noticeably smoother. Scrolling and just using the device in general, multitasking is crazy smooth. Design-wise, down at the bottom, one of the stereo speakers, USB-C slot, a microphone. Along the right side, you do have the power button and volume rockers, so no dedicated Bixby button whatsoever. Those are the only buttons. And then up at the top, micro SD card slot and SIM card slot. Worth noting, this year in the S series, Samsung did not include a headphone jack, which is quite a bummer if you ask me. However, it is pretty much phasing out on most phones out now. There are other differences aside from just the size. You'll notice a quad camera versus a triple camera on the back. More on that in just a second. Now, they both have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor with 12 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, 12 gigs of RAM, maybe more than your laptop even has. And then, of course, with the Plus variant, you can upgrade the storage to 512 gigs, whereas the S20, regular S20, you can only get 128 gigs. Both do have micro SD card slots. Like I said, slight difference in the camera systems. The S20 has a triple camera and the S20 Plus a quad camera. Now, they have the exact same 3 lenses. However, the S20 Plus adds a depth vision lens to their camera system. So the cameras they have, first of all, you have a wide angle 12 megapixel lens, you have an ultra wide angle 12 megapixel lens, and a 64 megapixel telephoto lens. Their telephoto lens has lossless zoom up to 3 times, and then of course they can actually zoom all the way into 30 times. More on the Ultra's camera system because that actually can zoom in all the way up to 100 times. So I'll talk about that in a separate video. There's also a larger image sensor which should let more light in. Low light shots should be better. I will be testing these out. I'll also post some on Instagram, so be sure to follow me there. I'll link to that down below. A new feature the camera has is called single take, and essentially what it does is it captures a number of pictures and videos in different modes. So ultra wide, regular, standard, live focus, and videos as well. Of course, this being a very crude demo, but then when you go into the actual picture, it will show the best shot, but then you can also select all of them, and it will give you an option to scroll through. It will move things. You'll see kind of a time lapse there, a different angle, and again, these could be much better, and I will test this out a lot more in the future. Crazy enough, the S20 and S20 Plus supports 8 8K video recording, which is pretty crazy to me. Of course, I don't know if I'll be shooting too much in 8K, but it does have that capability. Another great video capturing feature is the Pro mode, where you can change a lot of different things. Of course, when shooting video, ISO, aperture, white balance, all of those things. And you can even change the white balance while you're shooting. And of course, with different sizes comes different size batteries. The S20 has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, whereas the Plus model has 4,500 milliamp hour battery. And traditionally with the S series, the Plus model has always had better battery life than the regular S series. And I expect that to be the same with the S20 and S20 Plus. You do have the option for both face and fingerprint unlock on the S20 and S20 Plus. This is an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, and when I was doing some testing with the fingerprint scanner, it felt faster than the Note and the previous S series did. However, I feel like it might be a little bit placebo, so I kind of want to get a little more testing done than I did just right on hand there, but it does seem promising. I wish the sensor size was a little bit larger in the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. You can also use Face Unlock if you'd like. Now, I would like to do a demo on the new Quick Share. So all you have to do is on your Galaxy is turn it on. Here I am just taking a quick shot. Now, if I want to transfer it over quickly to my other device, I just select Quick Share in the sharing menu. Right away pops up my Galaxy S20 5G. I select it, and then on the other device, it says, hey, we want to receive a file. Just go ahead and hit accept. It will just quickly transfer over, very similar to, like I said before, AirDrop, and it will receive the files. I will go ahead and go into the status bar, and that file is received right there, downloaded on the device. I can open it right up, and we're good to go. Happy they included this. Something that Android lacks is a native video chat app integrated into the operating system. So Samsung took it upon themselves and actually integrated Google Duo, which is Google's video chatting app, into their One UI, which I'm very happy they decided to do this. So you can actually, in the dialer, you type out a phone number, it will actually pop up that Google Duo icon in the bottom left there and under contacts. Another neat feature that Samsung actually added to these devices is called Music Share, where someone can actually connect via Bluetooth to your device, and then if your device is connected to another Bluetooth device such as a speaker, they can play music through your device into that speaker, so they don't have to actually separately connect to that Bluetooth device. You don't have to disconnect, reconnect. Kind of neat. And I do have to say, this phone is gorgeous looking, especially with that AMOLED display. Samsung, yet again, has done an amazing job with their displays. It does have a small front-facing camera cut out, but again, it is actually more minimal than it has been in the past, and I find that I do get used to it. You do have your standard flagship features, such as IP68 water-resistant, dust-resistant rating, and wireless charging. So, that's everything I want to talk about for now with the Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus. More content to come on both of these devices. Be sure to click that subscribe button. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting some test photos that I take with these devices coming very soon. And of course, hands-on with the S20 Ultra coming as well. So a lot of exciting content coming very soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to click that thumbs up if you did. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.